Have you ever felt it, that strange chill when you share good news, and the room suddenly goes quiet? When the smiles stay on people's faces but their eyes seem to pull away, as if something inside them just cracked. It is a painful feeling, like being celebrated and resented at the same time, and most of us sense it long before we can explain it. You finally start moving forward in life, and instead of feeling supported, you feel watched, measured, and quietly hope to fall. There is a truth about human nature that no one likes to say out loud. People do not only compare themselves to others, they measure their own worth against the people around them. When you rise, it forces them to look at their own stuck places. Your growth becomes a mirror, and not everyone likes what they see. So instead of asking how to grow, many people wish for the mirror to break. That is why your success can make some people uncomfortable, defensive, even quietly hostile, even if they care about you. Think about how it feels when you are struggling. People rush in with advice, sympathy, and attention. But when you start winning, the energy changes. Suddenly there is less encouragement, fewer messages, more jokes that do not quite feel like jokes. You might hear things like, "Are you sure this will work?" or "Do not get your hopes too high." On the surface, it sounds like concern, but underneath it is often fear. Fear that you will move ahead and they will be left behind. I once knew a guy who had grown up in a small town where everyone dreamed, but almost no one left. When he finally got into a top university, people threw him a party. They hugged him, congratulated him, told him how proud they were. But a few months later, when he came back for the holidays, the tone had changed. His old friends teased him for using big words. His relatives joked that he thought he was better than everyone now. Nobody said they wanted him to fail, but every comment quietly pushed him back toward who he used to be. It was safer for them if he did not become someone new, because his success made their own choices feel heavier. This is how it works in real life. Your growth challenges the stories people tell themselves. If you can change, then maybe they could have too. If you can escape a small life, then maybe their small life was not forced on them after all. That thought is uncomfortable, so instead of facing it, they try to shrink you. They doubt you, minimize your achievements, or subtly hope you stumble so they can feel at peace again. You might be wondering why even people who love you can act this way. It is because love does not erase insecurity. A parent can love their child and still feel afraid when that child surpasses them. A friend can care deeply and still feel jealous when you start living the life they wanted. None of this always looks cruel. Most of the time it looks like worry, jokes, or advice. But if you listen closely, you will hear the hidden message saying, "Please do not go too far without me." And here is the part that hurts the most. When you feel this resistance, you might start to doubt yourself. You might think maybe they are right, maybe I am aiming too high, maybe I should stay small so everyone feels comfortable. But that is exactly how dreams die, not from failure, but from slowly being talked out of believing in them. Every person who has ever done something meaningful has felt this. The artist who was told it was just a hobby. The entrepreneur who was warned it was too risky. The student who was told they were not that smart. People are not always trying to destroy you, but they are often trying to protect their own sense of identity, and sometimes that means holding you back. So when you feel that quiet tension around your success, do not let it convince you that you are wrong. Let it remind you that you are changing. You are stepping into a version of yourself that not everyone can follow. And that is not something to apologize for. The truth is, the more you become who you were meant to be, the more you will reveal who others are afraid to be. And that is why, even in silence, some people will secretly hope you do not make it.